All right, everybody, can you see and hear me now? Oh, great. Oh, good, good, good. Sorry about that delay, everybody. Not sure why you couldn't see me. Well, I guess now I'm kind of sure. I had to run some tech. It looks like we ran into some tech issues. Just had to refresh something on my computer, and here we are. If you haven't already, have your team captain send a thumbs up to Maria on Facebook Messenger. Again, if you haven't already, have your team lead send a thumbs up to Maria on Facebook Messenger. I'm going to put that link one more time. We got a lot of new folks today, so I do apologize for that technical inconvenience. I'm sure that didn't help. But now you should be able to hear me pretty clearly and see me pretty clearly. So if you haven't checked in, if your team lead hasn't checked in yet, click that Facebook link and send a message to Maria. If you've already checked in with her, no worries. She's all set. Hi, Patricia. It looks like Maria didn't get a message from you again. Make sure that you're using her.
She's commenting on my Facebook.
Oh.
She needs a message.
Yes, message. Again, you're not going to comment on our Maria's page or comment on Maria's page or our event page. You're going to message Maria. Again, if I see we have some people commenting on Maria's page, you're just going to use the Facebook Messenger option. That's going to be the where it says message, and it has a circle with a lightning bolt in it, if you're unfamiliar. So again, if you're...
We are waiting for
Right,
models.
Waiting for role models.
That's it.
Oh, that's it. Great. We're just waiting on one more team. We're going to give them another moment.
Mothra's minions are playing. They usually don't register, but I haven't made contact with them. So if they're not playing, that's okay.
Okay. If you're with Mothra's minions, check in.
Shannon usually does, so it's not a big deal.
Starcatcher's already releasing some fire. We don't ban side bets, so if somebody wants to make a side bet on how much Starcatchers will beat TP Team or Quarantine, put in your side bets now.
We're good.
Unofficial rule, you can please, we encourage smack talking, trash talking. Please don't post your answers in the chat. Please don't post your answers in the chat. Only send it to Maria via Facebook Messenger. But all other jokes aside, smack talking, trash talking, and encouragement, if you want to go that route. I don't know if you're going to raise your morale by going encouragement. Please fully encourage in the comment section. Well, alrighty. We're going to go ahead and get started. We got everybody in now. Thank goodness. Thanks, everybody, for your patience. I know that extra 8 minutes eats up, but I appreciate it. We got a lot of new teams. So we're going to go ahead and get started. Of course, we're going to break down our rules first for those of you who are new here. Hunker in your bunker. We're going to have 2 rounds of trivia tonight. That's going to be 10 questions, a bonus round, and then a final question. Then we're going to have another 10 questions, a bonus round, and a real final question. So there are 2 final questions. Confusing, I know, but that's just the way it was set up. There will be 10 questions per round, followed by a bonus and final question. Questions are worth 2 points each unless we state otherwise. Yes, there may be bonus points. For the final question, you may wager all, some, or none of the points you've earned during that round. For the second round, for the second final question, you can bet everything you've had in the entire game. So the points are cumulative. They do move on to the next round. So keep that in mind. You may want to play smart. If you lose it all in round 1, you may not have anything to bet with in round 2. Whichever team has the most points after our round 2 final question will be the winner. and they're going to take home a prize. First prize today is 35% of our buy-in. Second prize is 15% of the buy-in. I'm going to get you those dollars very soon. Don't know the number quite yet because we had a lot of teams register within the past 10 minutes. You can use any method of communication among your team. You can Zoom. You can use Facebook Messenger of your own. You can text. You can, send a smoke signal. Anything you want. Just make sure that you're not using your phone, the internet, the encyclopedia, or any other method of research while you're playing the game. Make sure that you are not communicating those answers and clues amongst anybody outside of your team of 6 or fewer. Please do not consult anybody outside of your team of 6 or fewer. Lastly, make sure that you send your answers to Marie in one message if it is a bonus or multi-point question. Again, if it's a bonus question that has multiple answers or a bonus point question that has multiple answers, please just send one message to Maria. It makes her life infinitely easier. It really slows her down if you don't. So just use a few spaces in between. If it's she'll get mad. So just put in a few spaces if it's a multi-part question. She's going to be able to understand. And lastly, no takebacks. Once you send in an answer, that is it. Again, once you send an answer to Maria, that is it. You have 2 minutes per question. So if you're unsure, take the time because there are no takebacks. With that, we're going to go over our categories for round 1. You don't need to memorize these, but it's a little bit of a clue for those of you who are savvy. We are going to be talking about state quarters, leaders, movie characters, interstate, novels, classic composers, sitcoms, French, politicians, and museums. Again, state quarters, leaders, movie characters, interstate, novels, classic composers, sitcoms, French, I hope the bread, politicians, and museums. Those are our round 1 categories. Without further ado, speaking of French, let's go ahead and hop into question number 1. Which state has a 50-state quarter design featuring Narragansett Bay, an American, the beautiful quarter, designed featuring Block Island National Wildlife Refuge? It's the first time I've read that. Let me do a little better. Which U.S. state has a 50-state quarter design featuring Narragansett Bay and an America, the beautiful quarter design featuring Block Island National Wildlife Refuge?
Oh my gosh.
Some of these are typos. So you understand why I may be thrown off a second. Bonus points. What is featured on the Michigan State Quarter? The state of Michigan, not the Michigan State does not have their own quarter. All right, you have 2 minutes to send those answers in to Maria. 2 minutes are on the clock. With the bonus questions, you can get the bonus question right without getting the main question wrong. So there's no risk involved, no risk whatsoever in answering the bonus question, even if you don't know the main question. Other than the very final round, other than the 2 final questions, you cannot lose points. So with those bonus questions, don't hesitate to give them a try. And send your answers into Maria on Facebook Messenger. Patricia says she can't see the questions. Can ever people see the questions?
Yes. How can she not?
Elaine.
Which Patricia, please?
Patricia Calvin.
Oh, well, she sent me the answer, so I don't know if that's the case.
Okay, so that may have been a delay. Elaine Starko, you saying you can't hear me? Great. Okay, you can hear me now. Good. You got Half a minute left on the clock. 30 seconds on the clock. Get those answers in. Again, if you're answering the bonus question, make sure you're only sending one message to Maria. Just put a few spaces in between them. She'll get it. All right. All right. Evidently, we put in enough clues because we got a lot of folks getting this one right. Luckily, a lot of you are getting the bonus question as well. I'd be a little embarrassed if you didn't. Well, we're at time. We're going to go ahead and move on to the answer to that question. Which U.S. state has a 50-state quarter design featuring Narragansett Bay and an America the Beautiful quarter design featuring Block Island National Wildlife Refuge? Bonus, what is featured on the Michigan State quarter? That'd be Rhode Island. Rhode Island features that beautiful bay, and our bonus is the state of Michigan or the Great Lakes. Look up the quarter because we got the little Michigan hand and we got the lake surrounding it, so it's pretty nice. I think this Upper Peninsula is included in there too. Don't worry, it is. They didn't forget it this time.
Yeah, it's part of the state.
Thank goodness. Clement Attlee was the leader of what country from 1945 to 1951? Clement Attlee was the leader of what country from 1945 to 1951? 2 minutes on the clock. We're not singling out. If you didn't know what was on the Michigan State quarter, that's okay. If you're not from Michigan, it's not something you may know offhand. Even if you are, you may not have looked at our beautiful state quarter. But I mean, what else would we put on it? If you were from Michigan. I guess Mackinac. Yeah, I don't know what else would be famous enough. I don't know what else speaks to Michigan. Stroh's beer. Yeah, Mackinac Bridge. That wouldn't be bad. If we have another round of state quarters, I think Mackinac Bridge would be good to see on that. That's pretty instrumental. All right, we got 30 seconds left on the clock. 30 seconds left on the clock. Great. All right, and there we are. Clement Attlee was the leader of what country from 1945 to 1951? It's going to be the United Kingdom. United Kingdom, and there he is with his charming pipe. So we're looking for a United Kingdom, the ruler of Clement Attlee during those years given. If you didn't know it, now you know. Moving on to question 3. What character from a film trilogy has also been played or voiced by Christopher Lloyd in multiple video games and theme park rides? What character from a film trilogy has also been played or voiced by Christopher Lloyd in multiple video games and theme park rides? Bonus, where does the majority of the third film in the trilogy take place? And our bonus is, where does the majority of the third film in the trilogy take place? 45 seconds left on the clock.
Can you get your cursor out of my Google spreadsheet? Please?
Of course I can. All right. What character from a film trilogy has also been played or voiced by Christopher Lloyd in multiple video games and theme park rides? Bonus, where does the majority of the third film in the trilogy take place? It's going to be Emmett Doc Brown. Of course, Doc Brown, genius physicist. And the bonus points where we're looking for the Old West. The Old West is the location we were looking for. Location and time period we were looking for. Correct. All right, moving on to question 4. Which U.S. state has more than 3,000 miles worth of the U.S. interstate highways within its border? More than any other state. Question 4. Which U.S. state has more than 3,000 miles worth of the U.S. interstate highways within its border? More than any other state. You got 2 minutes on the clock. We've already narrowed it down for you. It's one of the 50 states. So, even if you don't know it, you got a 1 in 50 chance of getting this question right. Unless you don't know your states. If you don't know all your states, then you have however many states you know. I don't know if that's how odds work, so maybe not. If anybody knows math, double check me on that. Old West is not the name of the city. I suppose if we're asking where, I understand where you're coming from.
The majority of the film takes place where, is what the question said.
Sure. The Old West.
Yeah.
I guess the argument is that the Old West isn't a location, but we'll discuss that at some other time.
They can write a new question. There you are. You're in the shame corner.
The shame corner.
I'm not having it today. Shame. Who are they?
That's Daniel Chun.
Daniel, you win the shame corner. Tell him, guys. What does he win? Don't tell him. Let him type it. My regulars will help me.
I believe Maria wants the regulars to say,
the shame.
Maria has decided that
Shame.
Daniel Chun is sending off to the shame corner. Shorn.
Shame. What team is he from?
I do not know.
Tell him.
Do you want me to find out?
Listen.
Okay. You got 30 seconds left on the clock. We had a little bit of a distraction there. A little bit of a derailment.
Listen, if you sent me an answer you think is right, if you really think it's right, no problem. I don't have time to fact check. You can fact check and send me the data.
That's right. If you disagree with one of the answers, send us that information.
Shame.
Again, just the team lead. We only want the team lead interacting with Maria for ease purposes.
Destroy you all.
Which U.S. state has more than 3,000 miles worth of the U.S. interstate highways within its border? More than any other state. Texas is the answer we're looking for. Texas. What's a Texas? I had something to go with this, but I forgot. Let's just move on.
I will note that when 99% of teams get a question correct, it's probably worded correctly.
Sure. Fair enough. Fair argument there.
I will die on this hill.
Great, die on this hill. You only can die on so many hills. Why not?
This
Why not
is
just jump into
mine.
all of them?
Okay.
All right. The French submariner. Help me with this word, Maria.
Submarine.
What? No, the French word.
Oh well, plongeur.
Plongeur. That's her guess.
I get it, ours.
Maria's not great at French. The world's first to be propelled by mechanical power was used by Jules Verne as inspiration for a vessel in what 1870 novel? Bonus, the film adaptation of this novel was released in what decade? The French submarine, the world's first to be propelled by mechanical power, was used by Jules Verne as inspiration for a vessel in what 1870 novel? Bonus, the film adaptation of this novel was released in what decade? That's plus 2 points. Now, remember, you do not get anything wrong if you go for the bonus point. There's no harm in going for the bonus point, even if you don't know. Oh, and since none of our regulars pointed it out, if you're in the Shorner, Maria,
Shame corner.
the shame corner.
How come they wouldn't point it out?
I don't know. They just put a Shorner. Maybe they just thought you were going to put a Shorner.
Oh.
Anyways, if you're in the Shorner, Maria encourages you to write a trivia question and we'll use it next week. I don't think we have any Shorner questions this week.
No.
Everybody was very well behaved last week at the free trivia for fundraising that we create in our spare time as we're raising our 3-month-old baby.
And working from home.
Oh yeah, working from home. It's very. I love that I get the hours back from my commute,
Starting
but it's
grad
difficult.
school.
Yeah, grad school. That's in there too.
Um,
15 seconds left on the clock.
Protesting Black Lives Matter.
Yeah.
There's just listen.
My.
I
Maria's,
can't believe someone did this so early.
Maria
tonight.
started off at an 8. She's already passed a 10. I didn't know this was going to happen this early. All right, the French submarine Plongeur, the world's first to be propelled by mechanical power, was used by Jules Verne as inspiration for a vessel in what 1870 novel? Bonus, the film adaptation of this novel was released in what decade? It's going to be 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. Our bonus would be the 1950s. Well, it was in the 1953.
1953.
Yeah, exactly. We're going to take again, we were looking for the decade, so you probably just put 1950s. I believe that GIF is from the wrong movie, Wrong Under the Sea. That's okay. Moving on.
I didn't. You know what?
What classical music composer is referenced in the title and lyrics of a 1956 song by Chuck Berry, in which he is implored to dig these rhythms and blues? What classical music composer is referenced in the title and lyrics of a 1956 song by Chuck Berry, in which he is implored to dig these rhythm and blues? 2 minutes on the clock. Danny, glad to see you came back. Which Disney ride? Oh, those are 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea Disney ride? I don't think I don't think I ever got to experience that. I don't know, maybe it's not there anymore.
Wow, that sounds fun.
Dwight Short. Bears beats Chuck Berry. Dwight Short. No, I went to Disney just a few years ago, and I'm fairly certain they didn't have a 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea
That would be fun.
ride. Perhaps it was there, and it was just out of my depth. She smirked a little bit. She liked it a little. 30 seconds left on the clock. Oh, yeah, there you are. Closed in 94. It's where Ariel's Grotto. No. It's currently where the Seven Dwarfs Mine Train is. Seven Dwarfs Mine Train is good.
Oh, that's what used to be?
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, that mine train is a fun ride.
The mine train's pretty good.
That's one of the newer ones.
Yeah. All right. What classical music composer is referenced in the title and lyrics of a 1956 song by Chuck Berry in which he's implored to dig these rhythms and blues? That's Ludwig van Beethoven. I'm sorry, I used the wrong movie gif again. My mistake. That's the family film Beethoven. Oh boy, sharing that ice cream cone with the dog. Reel it in. All right, moving on. What ABC sitcom that aired 9 seasons beginning in 2009 is primarily set in the fictional town of Orson, Indiana? Question 7. What ABC sitcom that aired 9 seasons beginning in 2009 is primarily set in the fictional town of Orson, Indiana? 2 minutes on the clock. Believe it. Christine, you're right. Tisk tisk. That's okay. It happens.
What? Did I do something wrong?
Van Beethoven.
Oh my gosh. I'm so sorry.
5 years. 6 years of college, 2 degrees, one in vocal performance, and the other in music education. And Maria spelled Ludwig von Beethoven wrong. Ludwig.
I will not put you in
von
the
Beethoven
shame
wrong.
corner.
No.
Because, you know what? That's a reasonable critique.
Sure.
I have no qualms with that critique.
Sure. And if you do have an alternate answer to a question and you can back it up, please send it to Maria. Well, rather, have your team lead send it to Maria with your evidence. No, Christine, that's
she doesn't
fair.
need to send me that because I know that she's
Christine, yeah, we know Christine's correct. Christine's has been playing with us since the beginning.
They have played
every single game. They're the only team that's played every single week. So we'll give it up for Christine. We'll let it slide. Also on our team, the incredible bakers at Mad Dwarf Bakery.
I'm gonna get to meet them for the first time tomorrow.
That's right, Mad Dwarf Bakery. Mention virtual trivia for the Detroit Arts. Get $1 off.
That's a free piece of shortbread.
They're delicious shortbread. 30 seconds on the clock. 30 seconds on the clock. Get those answers in. Please remember that virtual trivia for Detroit's Arts can be bought. They dropped off a shortbread at our house, and we've been mentioning them every week since. If you have a product you want to promote, we can be bought.
Absolutely.
All right. What ABC sitcom that aired 9 seasons beginning in 2009 is primarily set in the fictional town of Orson, Indiana, and be the middle? And I hope that GIF is right. I just looked at the middle on Giphy. I didn't fact check this. Not familiar with the show. So if anybody says that is not the middle,
I believe you.
We believe you. I didn't have time to fact check these GIFs.
Look what Quarantine just sent as their answer.
What is the French word for meadow, which is commonly used to refer to the grasslands of North America? Question 8. What is the French word for meadow, which is commonly used to refer to the grasslands of North America? 2 minutes on the clock. We told you there was going to be a French question. Although the 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea was also kind of a French question. We had a lot of, in a sense, specifically because I refuse to pronounce that title of the French boat. Good, Krista. I'm glad that the advertising is getting through to you. We have an order of, I think 70 pieces of shortbread coming.
Yeah, Yeah.
on Friday because we have a little baptism and we're just kind of we were not having a party per se, but we are going to be handing out some treats to our well-wishers for Zito. It's easy to be won over.
Oh, I wanted to congratulate.
Oh, congratulations.
I wanted to congratulate Team Troglodytes. I don't know if he's on their team, but he's definitely adjacent. I just want to let everyone know that there's a new doctor in town. Oh. His name is Dr. Nadim El-Hajj, and I'm sure that he'll be taking your insurance plan real soon.
A bold statement, not knowing where he necessarily works, so we don't know if he's going to take HAP, Blue Cross. We're just jumping into it.
He'll be at
Sparrow. What's he a doctor of?
Surgery.
Oh, doctor of surgery. General surgery. I don't think he's playing tonight, but he's played trivia with us in the past. Right? All right. Get those answers in. We're at 15 seconds. Most of you, pretty much everybody sent it in. Lansing. I'm not going all the way to Lansing for surgery.
I will.
Oh, boy.
What can I get done now?
Yeah. Every year, Marie has some sort of surgery.
He does general surgery. Does he do lumbar punctures?
If he does lumbar punctures, let us know.
I want one.
He's going to need one soon. All right. What is the French word for meadow, which is commonly used to refer to the grasslands of North America? That'd be the prairie. Looking for the word prairie because that is a French word for meadow, allegedly. What? I believe we fact-checked this. We pretty much do.
Come on.
We did. Okay, great. We fact-checked it. All right. Question 9. In 1995, who became the first Republican Speaker of the House of Representatives in 40 years? In 1995, who became the first Republican Speaker of the House, of the U.S. House of Representatives in 40 years? Bonus, who is the most recent Republican Speaker of the House? Bonus is who is the most recent Republican Speaker of the House. Again, you can get the bonus right and get the main question wrong. You'll still get those points. If you don't know your 1995 history, but know your current or recent day history, guess what? Just go ahead and put it in. Thanks, Pat Luce. These gifts were a close one today. We weren't sure if we were going to get the gifts in.
Yeah.
I just remembered I have to do something. Can you tell me how many teams are playing today? Get those answers in. Make sure you're only sending the answer in one bubble. So just put a few spaces. If you're going for the bonus question, just want to separate them out. Don't worry. Maria's really good at reading context clues. So don't worry if you think it's, you worry about that kind of thing. We got those answers pulling in, which is good news because we only got 30 seconds left. Maria's score tracker is going crazy. All right, we're at time, so I hope you got those questions in. In 1995, who became the first Republican Speaker of the U.S. House of Representatives in 40 years? Bonus, who's the most recent Republican Speaker of the House? We're looking for Newt Gingrich as the main answer, and bonus question was Paul Ryan. Our bonus answer was Paul Ryan. Fun fact, we were looking up the Newt Gingrich gifts, and for some reason, the first three, and when we were looking at Giphy.com, first three were all the alien from the movie Alien. I think it was Aliens. It was one of the sequels because it was really crisp and clear. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe the alien is named Newt. Maria pondered. I don't know if that's an unofficial name, but that's who we got. All right, moving on to question 10. A museum in Austin, Minnesota is dedicated to and named for which brand name meat product made by Hormel? A museum in Austin, Minnesota is dedicated to and named for what brand name meat product made by Hormel? I know YouTube live chat doesn't take gifts. It's real tragic.
Oh, I know.
Oh, Thomas, did you join late?
Yeah, they joined late, but I'm going to catch them up. They were at the protest. They were at a protest.
Oh, they're at a protest. Well, it's fantastic news. That is the extremely fair reason for being late. I don't know if I'd be able to keep up if there were gifts in the chat. It would just, oh boy. I mean, you remember the week where the chat was gone. It really drained Maria and I's energy.
It was the most boring.
Yeah.
We need it.
I talked to a vacant screen all day from like 8 to 5, so that's right. One of the there was a character named Newt in Aliens. Was it Aliens? Alien? I'm not sure. It sounds right. We'd have to double check. All right, everybody. Hope you're getting those answers in because you only got 30 seconds left on the clock. Okay, a museum in Austin, Minnesota is dedicated to and named for what brand name meat product made by Hormel? This was one that you guys got pretty A-okay. That'd be Spam. We were looking for Spam. Is the answer we were looking for. Spam intensifies. All right, we're about to move on to the bonus question. Bonus question is a great equalizer because it is worth multiple points. This one is a little different than some we've done in the past. This one is a little special. Again, with a bonus question, please note, you don't have to get them all right to get the points. It is not an all or nothing. Each independent question you get in the bonus round is 2 points for you. So please keep that in mind. There's no danger to guessing something incorrectly. All right. Before and after. Combine the two clues to form a single answer with a shared syllable. Example, horse racing's biggest trio of events and something that only the queen wears on special occasions. That'd be the Triple Crown Jewel because you have the Triple Crown from horse racing, the biggest trio of events, and queen only wears on special occasion. That'd be the Crown Jewels. So we're looking for Triple Crown Jewels. That is an example that we're looking for there. We have a tiny URL. If you go to tinyurl.com/Swan Trivia, you can see all of them at once. Are they on an individual slide? Or is it just? No. Okay.
You have to go there.
Great. You have to go to that website. We do not have them broken up on our present point. I'm going to read them out loud in just a second, but let me send you that link just in case. So again, it's tinyurl.com/Swan Trivia. Let me post that in the chat.
My last answer. Never mind, I got it.
All right, so I went ahead and I posted that link. You can either enter in the long one, enter in the small one, tinyurl.com/swan trivia, or I even just put a clickable link. That one looks a little longer. It's that docs.google item. You can click that. It'll take you right to it. So either way to get there, just make sure you get there. I'm going to read them now. TV sitcom featuring characters Barney, Robin, Marshall, Lily, and the main circuit board of the computer. TV sitcom featuring characters Barney, Robin, Marshall, Lily, and the main circuit board on the computer. Again, we still have that example on the screen. So if you're unsure what to do with these clues, think of the example that I've left up on the screen. Number 2, a 2017 movie starring Vin Diesel, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, and Michelle Rodriguez, and a film franchise that was released 2 years earlier. A 2017 movie starring Vin Diesel, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, and Michelle Rodriguez, and a film franchise that was released 2 years earlier. I'm copying and pasting those in the chat as well. Hopefully you've gotten the link. Open song of The Lion King and TV network on which Dance Moms airs. Open song of The Lion King and TV network on which Dance Moms airs. Number 4, city that is home of the Major League Baseball, sometimes called The Fish, an actress who has recurring roles on The X-Files, 2.5 Men, and Psych. I'm sorry, let me reread that. City that is home to the MLB stadium, sometimes called The Fish, an actress who has had recurring roles on The X-Files, 2.5 Men, and Psych. Those are our 4 bonus points. If you didn't hear them, again, you can look at them at the link we provided in the chat or on the page right there. I've also posted the questions in the chat. You have 2 minutes on the clock. 2 minutes on the clock. Pardon me as I had to go get a nice glass of room temp water. That delicious room temp Detroit tap water. If you're drinking something fun, go ahead and let us know in the chat. Whether it's water, milk, orange juice, beer. But do that after you've gotten these questions in. Okay, everybody's still thinking about it. That's okay. We can add a little cushion time. No worries. I can see that 35 people are looking at it, so I know most of you have it.
They have it.
That's fine. We'll add a minute to the clock. I read them all. I normally start the countdown from when I end reading. This time I started it in the middle, so I'm happy to add a little more cushion time there. It's a toughie. We got some toughies there. They're really fun. We'll give you another 2 minutes on that.
Was this too hard?
Was it too hard? Let us know. Maria ponders if she went a little too ham. We're happy for that kind of feedback. We give you a lot of softballs
I just didn't seem to get all
in the game itself. Okay, no, we got people getting a perfect score. Okay, then I don't feel bad. We're going to give you one more minute. Get those answers in. Again, you don't have to get them all right to get the points. "30 seconds left on the clock, even if you don't know all these."
I'm about to be overloaded.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Even if you don't know them all, make your best attempt. Because if you get 3 right, that's still 6 points for you. All right, 10 seconds. All right, everybody, we are all in for those answers. If that's the kind of question you like, if you like those hardballs, let us know. If you think we went a little too ham on that, let us know. We're happy to take that kind of feedback. We don't take all feedback. There's only certain kinds of feedback we take. And it's up to you to decide what'll anger us or not. Use your judgment on how well you know Maria and or I. All right, before and after, combine the 2 clues to form a single answer with a shared syllable. You still have the link. Look at them. I'm not going to read them again because then we'll be here all day. These are the answers we were looking for. How I Met Your Motherboard, Fate of the Furious 7, Circle of Lifetime. Circle of a Lifetime? Circle of Lifetime. You're right. Mia Mimi Rogers.
Miami me.
Miami me?
Miami me. Like Miami?
Miami me Rogers. Sorry, I don't remember what the question was. I'm not looking at it because I'm looking at other trivia stuff. Miami me Rogers. How I Met Your Motherboard, Fate of the Furious 7, Circle of Lifetime, Miami me Rogers. Those are the answers we were looking for. Again, even if you just got 1 right, that's 2 points. If you got all 4, though, that is an additional 8 points. Glad a lot of you like these before and afters. Good. We'll try to keep them coming. We can't say we're going to have one every week, but we'll try to keep a few more coming. I think this is the second time we've had one. All right. So Maria's going to tally up your scores in just a moment. Give us a second. We're going to give you your scores. And with those scores, that's going to determine how many points you can wager. Please consider this. The wager, your points through the whole game are cumulative. If you drop it down to 0, that carries over to the next round. So keep that in mind. You want to get that right. Our final question category is going to be, what year am I?
All right, I got it. And I got the scores.
So, again, our category is, what year am I? Maria's going to give you your scores. That's how much you can wager up to. You don't have to wager at all. Here she is.
All right. If you'd like to wager all of your points, please don't just say all. Send me the exact number. Thank you. Polana, 20 points. Team Troglodytes, 28 points. Waiting for Fauci, 30 points. VT Eeps, 18 points. Powerball Rangers, 32 points. I do believe that might be a perfect score. TP Team, 28 points. Kevin and the Zits, another 32-pointer. Tim is Thinking, 26 points. The Barn Rats, 30 points. Let's Meet at the Theater, 26 points. Last week's winner, 24 points. The Spacettes, 18 points. Open Book Starcatchers, 28 points. Rabby Rousting Rousties, 20 points. Team Calvin, 16 points. Role Models, 30 points. Das ist nicht ein Team. How'd I do? 28 points. How'd I do isn't their team name. It's me asking for some feedback on my German diction. Are We the Baddies? 28 points. Ronnie Myrtle, 24 points. Quarantine Triple Date, 24 points. Me, Myself, and I, 18 points. Stella for Stars, 18 points. And Those People, 18 points.
All right, so we got a lot of close teams. That's great news. Again, consider the category, what year am I? That is our big hint to the final question. And send Maria your wagers. You got 2 minutes to send those wagers in. 2 minutes to think it over. Again, whatever points you have here do add up to whatever points you get in round 2. And that's going to be your final wager. Again, we don't separate the points. That is going to be your total score is what you can bet at the very end. Please remember that. And don't say I didn't warn you. Oh, could you give me tipping point score?
28.
28. Tipping point, you have 28 points. If you didn't hear your points, let us know. We'll send it to you.
Yep, you can ask in the chat or you can message
Yep,
me.
ask in the chat or message Maria.
Someone is betting 0 because they don't even know what year this is.
That's
fun.
That is funny. Who said that? That's
Me,
a good joke.
myself, and I.
Me, myself, and I. That's a fun joke. If you don't know how much you want to bet, let me give you your the pot that we're looking at. First place can win $42. Second place can win $18. So that's nothing to shake a stick at. Again, first place today. What? You don't like they're too limited, too old? It's funny. First place is $42. Second place is $18. You can win this at the end of the game if you play smart. Play dumb and don't get any points or wager too much, well, you know what? You may not win that money. $42 for first place. $18 a second place. After the final question, I'll give you an update as to where we are on our Wild Swan funds. Wild Swan Theater, an incredible theater, really excellent educational theater. I'd say maybe the there's a word I'm looking for here. It's like it's not penultimate. No, because that's next to last. Oh boy, I'm looking for a word here. Anyway, Wild Swan, one of the best educational theaters in the area. Wow. It's really good. I was going to use a really nice word to describe it, but it slipped my mind. Anyways, if you haven't already, and you have the funds to spare, go ahead and send a little extra cash to our Venmo and PayPal. The links are on the screen right now. We have a lot of great funds raised for Wild Swan, but I think we can even get more. Again, if you're able to, if you know things are a little tight with this COVID situation, or some of you may not have it, it's okay if you can't now, because if you can't donate now, you can donate or support them a little later down the road. Maybe get a tickets for some of your pals and have fun. Ooh, someone sent us a picture. We're on the big screen. Oh my. That's wow. Someone's taking the time.
Team Tim is thinking.
Team Tim is thinking hooked up their laptop to the big screen. So I'm at a big old, oh boy, it's got to be at least 50 inches. It's on a 50-inch TV.
Send us
Let me
how
do
big your
this.
TV is.
Tim is thinking, let us know how big your team is in the chat. I don't know if that's necessary. All right. So we're at time. Everybody should have gotten their wagers in. If you didn't get your wager in, I'll give you 10 more seconds. If you didn't get your wager in, I'm assuming you're betting 0. Again, our final question category is, what year am I? Well then, let's move on to the question. In what year did all of these events occur? The Bell system of companies is broken up into what were known as baby bells at midnight on January 1st. Tetris is released at midnight Tetris is released in the Soviet Union on June 6th. The first flight of the Space Shuttle Discovery on August 8th. Alex Trebek begins his stint as the host of Jeopardy on September 10th. Again, in what year did all of these events occur? The Bell system of companies is broken up into what were known as the baby bells at midnight on January 1st. Tetris is released in the Soviet Union on June 6th. The first flight of the Space Shuttle Discovery on August 30th. Alex Trebek begins his stint as the host of Jeopardy on September 10th. Gulp indeed.
What do you think?
We told you it was a real final question. We told you it was a year, I believe. I think it was like a year of history. I don't remember what we named it, but
somebody wants to direct to Andy's Venmo. Okay, hold on.
yeah, you can use my Venmo on the screen. That way we can send it to Wild Swan all in one big chunk. We know that it's coming from the virtual trivia fundraiser. If you don't feel comfortable sending me via Venmo or PayPal, you can go to the Wild Swan website, of course. They're not going to scoff away any money, no matter how big it is or how small it is. Probably, especially not, no matter how big it is. But if you want to include that you are with the virtual trivia fundraiser, send it to the Venmo and PayPal that I put on the screen. That way it's going to go send in all one big chunk. Maria and I do not take the money at all. None of us goes to Maria or I whatsoever. It goes all to Wild Swan Theater, except the first place, which is $42, and the second place was $18. If you haven't played with us before, the prize money is your entry money. It is not the additional donations. If you donate more, that does not up the prize money. The donations still go to Wild Swan. Oh, good. Thank you, Go Hard Films. I am very trustworthy. I haven't stinted anybody out of their money yet. Ask, as you can see, Tipping Point Theater's playing, Open Book Theater's playing. Clearly, they think I'm trustworthy enough that they still play after we raised money for them.
Thank you for playing, you guys. Thank you for playing.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, no, it's great.
Especially after we donate, after we donate to your theater, I really appreciate you coming back and donating for the next theater. It really means a lot to me.
It's a really beautiful way to pay it forward. To see your staff and theater being so generous. All right, our final question. You still got 2 minutes on the clock. In what year did all of these events occur? The Bell system of companies is broken up into what were known as baby bells at midnight on January 1st. Tetris is released in the Soviet Union on June 6th. The first flight of the Space Shuttle Discovery is on August 30th. Alex Trebek begins his stint as the host of Jeopardy on September 10th. Adriana, yep, as we note up in the first line, the question is, in what year did all of these events occur? So it's just 1 year.
Yep.
Wild Swan Theater, the premier educational theater in the area. Maybe the whole country, probably, based on the articles I've read on their website and from what I've heard from some of my colleagues. Certainly Michigan. Okay, let's at least get that down. At the very least, Wild Swan Theater is the premier educational theater in Michigan, likely the country. I believe that's how they prefer to be referred to as an educational theater. I don't think there's anything wrong with calling them that. Wild Swan, if I'm butchering your nomenclature, please note, I do not represent Wild Swan Theater. I'm merely trying to raise funds for them. If I say anything that offends you, please do not let it reflect on Wild Swan Theater. They're a beautiful nonprofit organization that I'm not officially affiliated with.
I'm gonna take this. Actually, we talk about a lot of team turns. You can talk about suggesting a charity.
Of course, yes. So we have a few things that we want to talk about. While we're still waiting, we got a few more seconds left. If you haven't got those answers in, 30 seconds left on the clock. We are going to be hosting a special mini trivia game. It is just one round. It's just going to be one round, a bonus round, and a final question. So it's not a full trivia game. It's a little mini trivia game. We're going to be raising some funds for a charity or organization related to the George Floyd protests or Black Lives Matter. We haven't decided what organization we want to raise funds for exactly, but we knew we do want to benefit the protests and the scenario and our marches against police brutality. So if you have an idea of an organization or charity or nonprofit that is related to those items, please let us know. Because we're going to be deciding in something in a day or so. Again, on Monday at 7 o'clock. Again, Monday at 7 o'clock. This upcoming Monday, we are going to be having a mini round, just a one round with the bonus question and final question, just a little mini trivia game. Please tell your friends, share it. Maria and I are doing what we can for the movement right now, and we just want to extend that a little bit further. Maria's got something to say.
I want to note, you guys, I know that we are 100%, at this point, fundraising for the arts. If we can stick in that realm, that's cool. But if you know a charity that even just works with marginalized communities in the area, marginalized areas, specifically working in the Black community and uplifting those types of people, that would be great. That's kind of our goal here. So, message me when you think of somebody. We've gotten some good suggestions, but you guys are the ones that donate every week, and so we want to know what you think.
Exactly. We've gotten some good suggestions. Maria and I have some in mind. It does not necessarily have to be arts related. If you think it's just another charity or organization that's doing great work, please let us know in the comments on our virtual trivia page. Message us. Yeah. We're very much open. We just want to raise some funds. As Marie said, you are the ones who donate every week. If you have an organization, we want to hear about it. Of course, we'll resume with our regular theater related trivia on Thursday. But again, this is just an extra mini game on Monday. Tell your friends. All right. We are at time for our final question. We got a lot of answers in. We're only looking for 1 year, and there are a lot of years. So there's not too many to narrow it down. I think maybe it's in the 1900s. In what year did all these events occur? The Bell system of companies is broken up into what were known as baby bells. At midnight on January 1st, Tetris is released, and the Soviet Union, the first flight of the Space Shuttle Discovery, is launched. Alex Trebek begins a stint as the host of Jeopardy! The year we were looking for was 1984. 1984 is the answer that we were looking for. That is the year where all those crazy events still happen. Seems like so long ago. That's because it is. It was over 30 years ago. That's right. You think 1984 blinks was just a blink away? Nope, that was 30 years ago. Feeling old yet? I'm not, because I wasn't born yet. I'm feeling old for different reasons. I insist I was not born in 1984.
No, he wasn't. All right.
Yes.
Round two.
Let's hop into it. Here are our round two categories. Actresses, boat lingo, state songs, cars, the NBA, Saints, classic rock, TV series, art, and directors. Pat, I don't know if I care for that joke. Actresses, boat lingo, state songs, cars, NBA, Saints, classic rock, TV series, art, and directors. Those are our categories. We're going to hop into number 1, actresses. In the 1990s, what actress played Queen Charlotte in The Madness of King George, voiced the title character in The Snow Queen, and voiced Queen Tuya in The Prince of Egypt? Bonus, within 1, how many Academy Awards has this actress been nominated for? Again, question 1. In the 1990s, what actress played Queen Charlotte in The Madness of King George, voiced the title character in The Snow Queen, and voiced Queen Tuya in The Prince of Egypt? Then your bonus is, within 1, how many Academy Awards has this actress been nominated for? If they've been nominated for 98 Academy Awards, you could say 97, 98, or 99. You'd get the points. All right, you got a minute left on the clock. Think about this royal question. Well, it's got King George, Snow Queen, Prince of Egypt. It's a royal question. I think it makes sense. All right, everybody. So we're still waiting on a few answers. Maria and I are going to do a little promo. That's okay. We're fine. We still got 30 seconds left on the clock. 30 seconds left on the clock to get this answer in. Maria and I are going to do a little promo. If you have an idea for an organization or charity we should donate for our special Monday night, mini trivia night, send us a suggestion and your team will get 1 extra point. Anytime within this whole round. So before we get to the bonus round, send in a serious suggestion as to who our Monday night mini trivia should benefit, and we'll give you a point. And then when you're done, donate to Wild Swan. Pay it forward. Wild Swan, incredible nonprofit theater. I'm actually doing a quick tally of how much we've raised so far. I think you all will be very pleased. Everybody's been very generous so far today. Oh my. I'm doing the tally and it's more generous than I thought it was, frankly. I underestimate you guys every week. Is that right? That doesn't seem right. Like I said, I underestimate everybody every week. Everybody pat yourselves on the back because we just started round 2. I've barely even hawked. We've already broken the $300 mark for Wild Swan. Woohoo indeed. The whole house is giving a big old woohoo. Even Zito's flailing about in his chair. He'll visit in a minute. Sure. We've broken $300 mark. $305 raised for Wild Swan Theater, a beautiful educational nonprofit theater based in beautiful Ann Arbor, Michigan. I know we can do a little better. I'm sure by question 5 we can get to $350. Woo! $350 for Wild Swan by question 5. That's my prediction. I hope you guys help me knock that prediction out of the park. I hate being wrong. It embarrasses me. All right. So consider donating a little extra funds to Wild Swan if you haven't already. Question 1. In the 1990s, what actress played Queen Charlotte in The Madness of King George, voiced the title character in Snow Queen, and voiced Queen Tuya in Prince of Egypt? Bonus, within 1, how many Academy Awards has this actress been nominated for? That'd be Helen Mirren. And that is 4. We'll take 3, 4, or 5 for the bonus question. Again, we'll take 3, 4, or 5 for the bonus question. Fun times. Helen Mirren. Question 2. What 3-letter term is used to describe the front of a ship or boat? What 3-letter term is used to describe the front of a ship or boat? 2 minutes on the clock. 2 minutes on the clock. If you haven't already, maybe thinking about sending $2 to Wild Swan Theater. Or whatever the minimum for Venmo is. I don't know what that is, frankly.
Andy, we'd like your Venmo, please.
Oh, you'd like my Venmo
Can
again?
you tell me what it is?
Yes, of course. Let me pull it up. I don't know. I always mix up the Venmo and the other one, so I want to make sure I'm giving you the right one. At Andy-Gatens. Andy-Gatens is my Venmo. PayPal is andygatens@gmail.com. I'm going to post that in the chat right now. James, I've told you before, no joke answers until it's been answered. You're on a warning, buddy. Dan, you're just as worse. You're just as bad. You know what? Dan, maybe you are worse. I think you should know better. We've gotten $305 for Wild Swan Theater. That is off to an incredible start. Nothing to scoff at. Unfortunately, they had to cancel quite a few of their shows, their home shows, their educational shows, their touring shows. We want to help them recoup that loss. Beautiful nonprofit based in beautiful Ann Arbor, Michigan. Really employing a lot of actors in the area. They really bring a lot of love to casters, directors, actors in the area. We really want to support that. Incredible nonprofit doing great work out in Ann Arbor and the surrounding area. Again, we got 305. I want to see 350 by the time we get to question 5, and I know we can. Even if we just have one person on the team send in $1, we're going to hit that mark. If you're on your team and you haven't sent any money yet and everybody else on your team has, just send in $2 and we'll get there. All right, what 3-letter term is used to describe the front of a ship or boat? The answer we were looking for was the bow. The bow. It's that same GIF. Something may be wrong with the GIFs because it keeps showing that same GIF over and over again.
The whole thing?
Moving on. Nope, just as of round 2.
Yay.
Question 3. In 2007, 10 years after his death, the state legislature of Colorado voted to make this John Denver song their second official state song. Within one, what year was the song released? Again, main question. In 2007, 10 years after his death, the state legislature of Colorado voted to make this John Denver song their second official state song. Bonus, within one, what year was this song released? Yeah, Pat Luce, we love red cars. I wake up every day, I look out my window, I spite the fact that I don't have a red car. It's this weird champagne tan color. It looked good on the lot. But then when I first heard that they made red cars, which is months after I got this car, I was like, oh boy, I could have had a red car. I was so frustrated. They said I could paint it, but I know it would never really be the same. Love it, love it, love it. All right, great news. First off, we got all the questions in. I love that. Other great news, we did break the $350 mark with time to spare. So congrats. We broke that $350 mark and we're on our way to $400. I know we can get $400 for Wild Swan. Answer the questions first because that's really what I got to focus on. I want you guys to be winners. Every team here I want to win. Most teams I want here. 23 out of our 24 teams I want to win. Moving on, our answer to this was Rocky Mountain High. Our bonus was 1972, so we would take 1971, 1972, and 1973. Of course, if you knew that Denver song, Rocky Mountain High, you would have made that connection. Colorado, home to the beautiful Rocky Mountains. I had a GIF of the Rocky Mountains there. Don't know why it's gone. We'll figure that out later. The GIF's not breaking the trivia. That's kind of low on the tech list. La Punta and the Brava are two of the models produced by which automobile company that is the largest automobile manufacturer in Italy? The Punta and the Brava are two of the models produced by which automobile company that is the largest automobile manufacturer in Italy? 2 minutes on the clock. My dad, who is babysitting, is whispering it under his breath, it looks like. He's not playing.
He has 3 red cars.
And he has 3 red cars.
That's true.
Not all, they don't run. You don't think he's wealthy from that. They don't run. He has 3 red cars. I tease. All right, we're at 370 for Wild Swan Theater. 370. If you haven't donated already, maybe think about sending that up. Let's see if we can get that to a nice round 400 by question 8. I will not let us leave this trivia game. I will hold us up at the final question if we do not break 400.
Wow.
I don't know if that's a threat I can make, but I did. I know we can break 400. We're at 370. We're getting so close. You got time. Think about the answer to this question. Card question's not something everybody's going to get right offhand. – 30 seconds left on the clock. Anna, we'll see. We'll see. All right, the Punta and the Brava are two of the models produced by which automobile company that is the largest automobile manufacturer in Italy? Fiat. The answer we were looking for is Fiat. There's a Fiat car, the infamous red car gif that may be sticking with us through the rest.
Oh my god.
There were a couple more questions. Here's the good news. It doesn't say Fiat on the front because it's like a test model or a modified thing or something. So
Horrible.
what?
I have some awesome gifts.
No. I think hopefully it'll stop after Fiat. We'll see. Yeah, that was foreshadowing. That was completely intentional foreshadowing to help you get number 4 right. All right, moving on to question 5. According to ESPN stats and information, there are only 2 coaches in NBA history to win 1,000 games with one team. Name either coach. Bonus, name both. In the bonus, only name 2 people, though. Only give the main question one additional answer. You can't go more than 2 answers. What?
The last question is where that gift was supposed to be.
Correct.
So we should be fine.
Yeah. According to ESPN stats and information, there are only 2 coaches in NBA history to win 1,000 games with one team. Name either coach. Bonus is name both. Hey, at this point, I want the red card gift every item, but I have a feeling that was just an issue with our sources, our gift source. So I don't think we use that source anymore after that question. We'll see. Maria is proud of her gifts. I'm proud of my gifts. We had Beethoven in there. Love that dog. Wouldn't want him around as a pet, though. He's a bit too big for my taste. A little too much fur. Wouldn't want to clean it up. Great. All right. You still got a minute on the clock. Thirty seconds left on the clock, everybody. Get those answers in. And remember, if you have an idea of an organization we should donate to for our Monday night mini trivia, get your extra point. Have your team lead send in a suggestion. Get an extra point. Again, make sure it's a serious suggestion. We don't want you to send us a little suggestion. Yeah, exactly. It's not something we want to make light of. You don't send us to a rimram org. I don't know. I'm just throwing syllables together. All right, we're at time. According to ESPN stats and information, there are only 2 coaches in NBA history to win 1,000 games with one team. Name either coach. You would have gotten 2 extra bonuses if you named both. That was Jerry Sloan and Greg Popovich. Again, Jerry Sloan and Greg Popovich. If you answered either of those for the main question, you got 2 points. If you answered both, you got 4 points. If you only answered one but got the other wrong, you got 2 points. That's fantastic. I'm going over every scenario. If you got both wrong, you got no points. Come on. You know how this plays. Moving on to question 5. Ayla 6. On May 16th, 1920, what female, nicknamed the Maid of Orleans, was canonized nearly 500 years after her untimely death? And May 16th, 1920, what female, nicknamed the Maid of Orleans, was canonized nearly 500 years after her untimely death? Again, if you haven't donated to Wild Swan Theater yet and you got a little money in your pocket, if you were lucky enough to be well established during this unfortunate crisis, this COVID-19 pandemic, if you can, send a little extra money our way so we can get it off the Wild Swan Theater. If you can't, no worries. Consider buying a ticket to Wild Swan Theater when they open back up. As far as I'm concerned, you're all already very generous for just donating the $5 buy-in. I know I'm thrilled when I find $5 in the wash. It feels like a true blessing. So, no amount too small to send in. I think PayPal and Venmo do have a minimum dollar limit. I don't know what that is. So maybe there is a dollar amount too small to send in because PayPal won't approve it. But I don't think it's, I think maybe it's $2. But even $2 can go far when we got so many people watching. We got 50 people watching the stream today.
Nice.
It's pretty nice. Yeah, cool. All right, 15 seconds left on the clock. All right, we're at time. On May 16th, 1920, what female nicknamed the Maid of Orleans was canonized nearly 500 years after her untimely death? That'd be Joan of Arc. And of course, there is our mandatory Simpsons gif. Thank you, Maria.
Oh, it came up?
Yeah, it came up. So thank God. The red car's gone. Rest in peace, the red Fiat car. But I'm glad that we got our weekly Simpsons gif in there. All right, moving on to question 7. After several hit songs as the frontman for an Irish band, singer Van Morrison first hit the top 10 as a solo artist with what 1967 song that includes a line, "Do you remember when we used to sing?" Bonus, give the one-word name for Van Morrison's former band. Question 7. After several hit songs as the frontman for an Irish band, singer Van Morrison first hit the top 10 as a solo artist with what 1967 song that includes the line, "Do you remember when we used to sing?" Bonus, give the one-word name of Van Morrison's former band. Adriana, she shouts out Fiat 126. I'll assume that was the Fiat we saw.
Wow.
I don't know. Unfortunately, the Fiat's gone. The red car, the little red car that could, is gone for now. If anybody really needs the GIF, I can send it to you on Facebook Messenger.
Let's all make it our profile picture for the next game.
Ooh.
Actually, please don't do that because sometimes I look at your picture and recognize you.
Oh, Adriana says that when she grew up in Poland, they were everywhere. All over the roads in Poland.
Oh.
I believe it.
Where is this?
Poland is relatively close to Italy where they're manufactured.
Who's the person?
Adriana Rowald.
Oh. From Polana.
Oh.
Paula Rowald is there.
Oh, Polana. Team Polana. Okay, well, there you go. That's all adding up then. Polana's been a great competitor the past few weeks since they've joined us. They've been out with us for at least a month.
Oh, yeah.
At least a
Probably
month.
longer.
Probably longer, but I'm playing it safe and saying at least a month.
What happened to TPT? Where'd they go? Oh, there it is.
All right. 15 seconds left on the clock. Get those answers in. TikTok. We are not sponsored by TikTok. Don't care for the app. All right. After several hit songs as the frontman for an Irish band, singer Van Morrison first hit the top 10 as a solo artist with what 1967 song that includes a line, "Do you remember when we used to sing?" Bonus, give the one-word name of Van Morrison's former band. We're looking for Brown Eyed Girl and Them. The former band was Them. The song we were looking for was Brown Eyed Girl. All right, everybody, we only have a few regular questions left. The final round is coming up very soon. Bonus round and final round. So, if you haven't been taking this seriously, now's the time to kick it into gear. Based on a series of novels, what new Netflix series follows 3 South Carolina women as they help each other through the complexities of romance, career, and family? Bonus, name the author who wrote the series. Based on a series of novels, what new Netflix series follows 3 South Carolina women as they help each other through the complexities of romance, career, and family? Bonus, name the author who wrote the series. Yeah, come on, Pat. Take this seriously. I heard you were just juggling oranges for the past 3 questions. I don't know who that's helping on your team. We're okay.
Oh,
You almost tripped and fell. It was very scary. And it would have interrupted our stream. Less important. Yeah, we had that rocket question. Maria and I watched the rocket launch on Saturday. It was great. It was very cool. This is question 8.
Oh, okay.
Still got donations rolling in. That's because you're also generous. I'm going to give you guys an update on that in just a moment. Still got a minute on the clock to get this answer in, though. It seems a little long, but I trust my timer. If anything, I might not trust my error of judgment. Most people send in via Venmo and PayPal, but I have a few people who don't have those accounts that send it to me in alternate routes. So that's why I kind of have to do some addition between that, a couple apps, Bank of America, some other Zelle. I preferred our Venmo and PayPal, but sometimes I just got to run those extra figures. Wow, what a jump. Everybody, give yourselves another big round of applause. I'm going to give you a preemptive woo. Woo. We've broken $450 for Wild Swan Theater. Really shot past 400. I wanted to be at 400 before we got to our final, and you guys exceeded that. We're at $450 for Wild Swan Theater. It's incredible generosity between our beautiful theater community here. Thank you all so much for your kindness and generosity. I know Wild Swan Theater appreciates it. All right. We're going to go on over to our answer. Based on a series of novels, what new Netflix series follows 3 South Carolina women as they help each other through the complexities of romance, career, and family? Bonus, name the author who wrote the series. Sweet Magnolia is the series we were looking for. Cheryl Woods is the author. I'm sorry, this is a Legally Blonde gif? Is that related? Is that seriously related, or is that just a fun gif you looked up?
Here's what's funny.
Okay, what's funny about Legally Blonde? The movie's funny.
Sweet Magnolias. The actress is in Sweet Magnolias. And the author of Sweet Magnolias is Cheryl Woods, and the character in the gif, her name is Elle Woods. Ah, okay. So it's a little bit of a tangled web to get there, but I like it. It's a very relevant GIF. And of course it takes place in Bruiser Woods. What Dutch artist created mathematically inspired drawings that often featured impossible constructions and artistic explorations of infinity, including the 1953 work Relativity? What Dutch artist created mathematically inspired drawings that often featured impossible constructions and artistic explorations of infinity, including the 1953 work Relativity? For all of you who have been in my childhood bedroom, hence, I believe I had a poster of one of his paintings in my bedroom. Oh, you're a cool guy.
I'm a real cool guy. A lot of smack talking between Quarantine and Star Catchers and TP Team.
Always.
I see you guys are really getting, pumped up in there. Please, you're kind of trolling each other. In regards to keeping it civil, please don't. You do not have to tame it down. If anything, pump it up. It really fuels Maria and I's enjoyment of helping us get through this trivia night. $450 for Wild Swan Theater. Big thanks. Big round of applause to you guys. My hands are a bit full, so I couldn't really quite do that as much as I wanted to, but you saw the effort was there. I also want to do a quick shout out to my company, Thomson Reuters. They've generously matched some of the donation funds that we've raised for a few of the theaters due to some restrictions and the order of which we did our theaters in. Unfortunately, we can't get all the theaters matched. But the company I work for, Thomson Reuters, did donate an additional $1,000 that we distributed as best we could amongst our virtual trivia night. So nice company to do that. I won't slam a multinational mega conglomerate because they've been very nice. We got some lovely additional funds for a few of our theaters there. Where, yeah, again, they've donated an additional $1,000 that we distributed as best we could among some of the theaters that we've already played. So unfortunately, we can't continue that promotion as we've hit their maximum donation. But just very nice that a large company is doing that, even if it's for the tax write-offs. I still appreciate it. All right, everybody, you got 30 seconds left on the clock. And that means you only have this question and the next question to send in the bonus question that we gave you. Again, your team gets an extra point if you send us in a suggestion as to who we should raise funds for Monday. We know we're raising funds on Monday. We just have not settled on a charity yet. Oh, Raina, I didn't know you knew my sister. Tell her I said hello. No. No. A lot of people are confused. Maria and our babysitter is very confused because I don't have a sister. It was for a joke. I don't have an actual sister. Raina, sorry. There's no way you could have known my sister in college because I don't have a sister. I would normally keep the bit going, but there was just mass confusion in the room and I couldn't have it anymore. All right, everybody, get those answers in. What Dutch artist created mathematically inspired drawings that often feature impossible constructions and artistic explorations of infinity, including the 1953 work of Relativity? The answer that we were looking for, that Dutch artist that we were looking for, was M.C. Escher. M.C. Escher is the answer we're looking for. Great gif, Maria. She knew why I was laughing. That is a fun gif. Maria and I split the gif work today. I was all the red Fiat, baby. So if you like that red card gif, give me those applause. MC Escher. Answer we're looking for. This is our last regular question. At the end of this question, if you haven't given us a suggestion for our mini trivia night on Monday, that point is gone. No additional points for donating to Wild Swan, but they deserve the money. If you haven't donated to Wild Swan already, we're getting to the end game of our trivia here. If you haven't donated to Wild Swan already, we're at $450. I think we can get to $475 by the end of the round. I think we can. If you're feeling a little generous today, go ahead and send that money out. But anyways, Let's go on over to get to question number 10. Steven Spielberg has directed 2 movies that each contain a 2-letter abbreviation within the title. Name either movie. Bonus, name both. Steven Spielberg has directed 2 movies that each contain a 2-letter abbreviation within the title. Name either movie. Bonus, name both. Pat Luce is excited because we have another movie question in here. That's his area of expertise. Hopefully he got the 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. That's a movie. I'm not saying he has to know every movie. I don't know. We're not going to double check that.
No, I don't know.
No, we don't. Again, if you haven't donated a Wild Swan yet, no amount is too big or too small. We'll take $1. We'll take $100. We'll take $1 million. Mike Illich, if you're watching, send some love to Wild Swan Theater. That's fine. He's passed. I don't know. Somebody else. Some other local millionaire.
Dan Gilbert.
Dan Gilbert, if you're watching, maybe send $1 million to Wild Swan Theater. They're a nonprofit, so you can write it off. I know some of you don't care for my insistent nagging about sending money to Wild Swan. Maybe you're weary of me talking for way too long during the game. We do this every week. I have to keep myself entertained. I have to keep Marie entertained, or else our morale goes way down. So that's the reason for that. But the main reason why I really kind of hawk and nag everybody to send money in is because these are really great nonprofit theaters. And if I didn't do that, there's no evidence that we wouldn't have raised $500 for Wild Swan Theater. If I weren't constantly telling you to donate, I don't think we would have gotten that much. But guess what? I did. So we did. We have $500 for Wild Swan Theater. $500 for Wild Swan Theater. I would love to break that 500. I don't have an amount in mind. 501. I just like to say we broke the 500. 500 in a million? I don't know. 500 in a million seems like a lot. I don't think we can get there tonight. But I think we can break 500. All right. Wild Swan Theater. We got $500 for you. Incredible. That's not even counting. That's total so far. All right. Steven Spielberg has directed 2 movies that each contain 2-letter abbreviations within the title. Name either movie. You got 30 seconds left on the clock. I know I was ramping up like I was going to say it, but we didn't get to 2 minutes. I was way too preemptive about that. My mistake. I told you we would break that 450 mark before we got to our final question, and we blew that away. We're at $500 for Wild Swan Theater. Generous teams, all of you.
I have a new favorite team.
Oh, who's your new favorite team?
Those people.
Those people? Why?
They just sent me a funny answer.
Oh. That's it? Just one answer?
It pushed me over the edge.
Yeah, I think that's a bit.
Okay, you didn't laugh as hard as me, but
No, I didn't. That's okay.
Interact with the people.
You do. Maria's there. I'm here in the live chat. Maria's here in the message board. We both get a different experience. Steven Spielberg has directed 2 movies that each contain a 2-letter abbreviation within the title. Name either movie. Bonus +2 if you name both. That'd be E.T. and AI. E.T. standing for extraterrestrial. AI standing for artificial intelligence. Have we used that GIF before? Yes, absolutely. Because E.T. drinking a Coors Light, crushing a Coors Light within 15 seconds is just an incredible thing to see. Steven Spielberg may have removed the guns from E.T., but he didn't remove E.T. crushing a 6-pack of Coors Light and getting drunk. And I think it's incredible. I just like the scene.
Gosh, who was here for this last rant? Andy talked about this for 8 minutes first week.
I think this was our first week, yeah, when we had E.T. Moving on. We're done with our regular game. We've gotten $500 for Wild Swan Theater. We're going to go into our bonus round, our equalizer round. 2 extra points per correct answer. You don't need to get them all. We have some crossword clues. So you're kind of doing a little bit of a crossword. We're giving you a hint, and we're giving you how many letters it is. So give us that word. Make sure that you're sending these in order. Make sure that you're sending Maria just one message bubble. Just one message. Please do not break it up into 4 messages. Again, you can get them all right, all wrong, some right, some wrong. There's no penalty for getting anything wrong. 8 letters. Word in the full name of many countries, including China and Turkey. Again, word in the full name of many countries, including China and Turkey. We're looking for an 8-letter word. 7 letters. Nobel Prize category. 7 letters. Nobel Prize category. 4 letters. The exit to an aircraft or the opening through which a salmon skier travels. The exit to an aircraft or the opening through which a salmon skier travels. That's 4 letters. And number 7.
What? Are you kidding me?
A diverse mix.
Say this again.
Slalom.
Then what's this word?
Skier. What did I say?
Skier.
Skier. Oh, like the
Skier.
the delicious Icelandic dairy-based, cheese-based yogurt. Skier. Can't recommend it enough. It's delicious. 7 letters. A diverse mix or a weekly American magazine. 7 letters. A diverse mix or a weekly American magazine. You got 3 minutes on the clock. Here's the thing. If you do go to Iceland, don't call skier yogurt. They do get upset. They say it is different from yogurt, but between you and me, it is a very it's a thicker and it has a little more of a cheese taste.
It's almost in between.
It's very similar to yogurt, yo.
And yogurt. I think.
I don't know if I would personally go that far, but that's Maria's opinion, and she's very well to have it. I'd say it's more closer to yogurt than it is ice cream, but it is thicker than yogurt, and it is more cheese based. We have some skier in the fridge from our time in Iceland. Not from our time in Iceland.
That would be disgusting.
But from our time in Iceland, we developed a taste for it, and they do sell it here in the U.S.
Yeah, they started selling it.
Pretty recently.
Like a year ago or something.
The red car GIF is on my desktop. Unfortunately, I don't think it's featured anymore. There's a brand of skier that you can get at Kroger and Meijer called Skier, which is very confusing.
I like.
You shouldn't be able to name your brand cheese if you're selling cheese.
Yeah. There's one called like Simmons or something that I think is good.
Yeah, that's really good too. I know what you're talking about because I know the logo, but I don't remember it. Sorry. Brand.
Well, that Skier I think is like an Icelandic brand.
Skier, yeah, it's all good. Oh, it's Sigus. Sigus. Yeah, it's good. If you're looking for a protein-heavy, dairy-based treat to wake you up in the morning, and you want a little break from yogurt, I recommend Skier. Either the brand Skier. I personally prefer the brand Sigus. There's also Icelandic Provisions. I haven't seen that one. I haven't seen Icelandic Provisions in the store very much.
I have.
Charles in Charge. Why are we singing Charles in Charge in the comment section? I think I missed that.
I don't know.
That's okay.
We can't be privy to everything.
No, I can't. A minute left on the clock. Get your crossword answers in.
My phone number?
Yeah.
That's not my phone number.
What?
Andy, do you know my phone number?
What are you calling?
That's not my phone number.
First 3 digits on.
It is your phone number.
No, it's not.
It's close. What? It's real close.
Oh, 549.
I hope that fans can hear.
549.
This is absurd.
Well, who would want to call?
All right, everybody, we're at time for that bonus. Sorry, I had to put the kettle on and answer a question not related to trivia.
Exactly.
I answered it incorrectly. My mistake. All right, so here are our extra points, our crossword clues. Number 8, 8 letters, word in the full name of many countries, including China and Turkey. 7 letters, Nobel Prize category. 4 letters, the exit to an aircraft or the opening through which a sound skier travels. 7 letters, a diverse mix or weekly American magazine. We're looking for Republic, Physics, Gate, and Variety. Republic, Physics, Gate, and Variety. Those were the answers that we were looking for. We got a lot of smarties in the crowd because a lot of you knew that one. That's great. All right. We have our scores. We're going to give you your wagerable scores. This is your scores up to now. You can bet up to this amount or any dissension of this number. And Maria's going to give it to you now. Our category is world flags.
Again, please don't send me all. Send me the exact number. Thank you. Thanks for playing tonight, you guys. All right. Polana, 31 points. Team Troglodytes, 83 points. Waiting for Fauci, 87 points. VT Eves, 26 points. Powerball Rangers, 38 points. TP Team, 90 points. Kevin and the Zits, 93 points. Tim is Thinking, 43 points. The Barn Rats, 94 points. Ooh, they're the ones to beat, right? They won last week. Let's Meet at the Theater, 45 points. Last week's winner, 26 points. Openburg Star Catchers, 88 points. Rabble Rousting Rousty, 71 points. Team Kelvin, 48 points. Role Models, 92 points. Das ist nicht ein Team, 29 points. Ronnie Myrtle, 80 points. Are We the Baddies, 82 points. Quarantine Triple Date, 30 points. Me, Myself, and I, 42 points. Stella for Stars, 33 points. And those people have 23 points. World Flags is your category. Send me your wagers. Thank you.
You got 2 minutes to get those wagers in. Time to think smart or go big or go home. Nope, I'm sorry. Go big. Please stay home. The quarantine is still in effect for many people under most conditions. So please go big, but stay home or play it smart. It's up to you. You could be the one taking home $42 or $18 if you're not as smart. 2 minutes on the clock. Get those wagers into Maria. If you need your wager again, let us know. Really nothing.
Oh, he's hot. Yeah, he's a hot dude.
All right, our category is world flags. Think about how much you know world flags. First off, let's break it down. You got to know the world. And then you got to know about flags. If you think, oh, I know about flags because you're just thinking of the flag that you made in 5th grade art school, no dice. Art class. Oh my gosh. Everything I am picked at over here. Slalom skier. Slalom skier.
Read the question.
Slalom skier. World flags?
Yeah.
Well, we got everybody in. All right. I hope you all know. But wait, no, we don't.
I don't know.
Oh, you just had to read the question.
Listen. Just
Okay. Well, they still have time to get their bets in.
people, I guess.
Okay, fine. We're moving on.
Listen, I don't want them to have to wait for me, you know?
World flags. Send Maria how many points your team would like to wager. You've already done that, I'm sure, because we're at time. Here is our final question category. With just under 3 million residents, which island UN member boasts the only national flag without the colors of red, white, or blue? With just under 3 million residents, which island UN member boasts the only national flag without the colors of red, white, or blue? You got some good hints in there. I mean, now that you think red, white, and blue, I mean, you probably can't not think of a flag that doesn't have red, white, or blue in it. Every country I'm thinking of right now has at least a little bit of red, a little bit of white, or a little bit of blue. Only national flag without the colors of red or white or blue. It is lacking all three of these colors. Get those answers in. Take your time. You got a little bit longer still. You got to still go at 2.5 minutes on the clock. Excuse me. Again, our first place is $42. Second place is $18. And for third place, I'm going to have Maria send you that car gif. Great. Car gif is a big hit. We raised $500 for Wild Swan Theater. That's some excellent news. Thank you all so much for your generosity. I know they really appreciate it. Fortunately, they've had to cancel quite a bit of their programming due to the COVID-19 epidemic. They've been working real hard. Let me turn the kettle on. If you haven't sent anything in for Wild Swan Theater, just considering $1. $1 can really go far when we got a lot of people sending it in. We're still at 500 last I checked, which was just a moment ago. I'd really like to be able to say we broke 500 and not just raised 500. That's not on you guys. It's just a personal thing. If we don't get there, I don't know. We'll figure it out. Like I said, I wouldn't give you the answer unless we raised 400. We've already passed the 400. So you're getting the answer eventually. We're just still waiting for you. You got 30 seconds left on the clock. This was plenty of time to think of a country. But here's the thing. Did you think of the right one? I don't know. I hope so. We got 501. This is great. We broke 500. That's all I wanted to hear. Like I said, if you haven't had the chance, though, every dollar is going to go far for Wild Swan Theater. Can't wait to hear that they are picking back up steam after this COVID situation. Really a lovely nonprofit specializing in educational theater, doing a large repertory, a lot of different shows every year. They really fit them in there. Such a shame that they had to cancel their current run in production. We're at 5:01 for Wild Swan Theater. You got 15 seconds left to get me those answers. All right. By the time I'm done reading it, we're going to meet that time. With just, if you haven't gotten your answer in, of course, you lost your wager. If you didn't give us a wager point, that you wagered 0. With just under 3 million residents, which island UN member boasts the only national flag without the colors of red, white, or blue? We're looking for Jamaica. Jamaica was our answer here. Hopefully, you put down Jamaica. Think about it. They got yellow. They got black. They got green. They don't have any of those other colors. We were talking red, white, or blue. They don't have any of those. Again, we specified there are a couple nations. There are actually only 2 or 3 other countries that don't have those colors, but we did specify we're looking for an island nation. So if you put, I think Libya is another one that doesn't have it. No, Libya has it now. There's another one I can't think of right now. There are 2 other countries, but we did specify we're looking for an island nation. We got a lot of smarties in here. Some people made some great guesses. We gotta do a quick tally, but it's going to be a close game. We're still working on our scores, but it is going to be a close game. Yeah, there's some discrepancy as well, because one of the countries that didn't have the color in the flag, the people currently were experiencing a civil war. So there's a difference of, oh, well, this country does have red, white, and blue. This country doesn't. Both are, they're in a civil war. Who's gonna go over that? So just throwing the word island in there got rid of all the doubt there. Libya becoming an island? Ooh, boy, if an earthquake hits them just right, maybe they'll do a Bugs Bunny and saw themselves off from the rest of Africa. All right, this is a close game. Give us another moment to tally our scores. Thank you all so much for raising money for Wild Swan Theater. Okay. Again, we've gotten $501 for Wild Swan Theater, so thank you. You all deserve a big round of applause. Here are our top 6 places. We're going to read the top 6 because they was all incredibly close. Team Troglodytes coming in 6th place with 166 points. Team Troglodytes with 166 points. Open Book Starcatchers, so close, in 5th place with 176. 176 points for Open Book Starcatchers. With just 4 more points, 180 points, is going to be 4th place. TP Team. TP Team just beating Open Book Starcatchers with 4 points. Doubling, also with a 4-point difference. 4-point difference we have in 3rd place, the Role Models. Role Models with 104 place. Role Models get a great car GIF if they want it. Just let us know and we'll send you that car GIF. And with 1 point more, 185 points, 2nd place is Kevin and the Zits. Kevin and the Zits, frequent winner, just missed it. So close, Kevin and the Zits. I still think they're in the lead for a team that's won the most. Now, they're probably going to be lead. GG means good game. Maria didn't know what GG meant. She was very confused. Kevin and the Zits, I'll tell you, Maria, soon they may be the team with the most 2nd place wins. If they keep this up. Come on, Kevin and the Zits, step it up. Kidding. Love Kevin and the Zits. All right. So that was with 185. The first prize was only a difference of $3. 3 points. 3 points. With $188, we have the Barn Rats. Give yourselves a round of applause. Big pat on the back for the Barn Rats, Kevin and the Zits, and all the other incredible teams. The Barn Rats are the winner. But also, in a sense, isn't Wild Swan Theater the winner?
Yes.
Maria? Yes, they are. Great. Yes. I was asking her a direct question. The Barn Rats, congratulations. They won $42. Kevin and the Zits are going to be walking away with $18. Great game, everybody. A real GG scenario. Good game. Wow, the Barn Rats is sending back their prize money. That's $42. So the Barn Rats sending back the prize money. That means that we have $543 for...
That's 2 weeks in a row that they've won.
Yeah, 2 weeks in a row Barn Rats have won. 2 weeks in a row they've donated. Very kind of them. $543 for our beautiful Wild Swan Theater. That's $543 is our total today for Wild Swan Theater. Congratulations to everybody. Oh my gosh, second place is sending it too. Second place is also sending it. That's putting us at 561. We're at 561 for Wild Swan Theater. $561 for Wild Swan Theater. That is nothing to shake a stick at. It would just be foolish to do so. I think a lot of people would be irate if you shook a stick at $563. And I know Wild Swan isn't. They deserve every penny of that $463. Congrats to Wild Swan Theater. Beautiful nonprofit organization. If you couldn't donate today, that's okay. That is A-okay. I know things are a little weird. If you need to hold on to your purse strings, that's really quite fine. But maybe consider sending some ticket money to them. Maybe think about buying a ticket when they resume their season.
Why not? I have a great idea.
Maria's got a great idea. I'm going to pass the mic to her.
If you have kids, they do a lot of field trips. So if you really love them and want to give them, your business, there's lots of traveling companies that come to Detroit and do theater. But why not keep our money and our public funds local and try to get our schools to go on their field trips to Wild Swan? I know the school I teach at goes to a traveling show, but I think next year I'm going to be committed to try and push my school to maybe choose Wild Swan instead. So that's definitely something that you can look into and send to your kids. If your kids are in public school especially, these are great opportunities for them to experience the arts, maybe in ways that they have not seen before. I know you guys are all committed to it, but not everybody has those opportunities. So send those where you pay taxes. Call those schools too. Tell them Wild Swan. Thank you.
Yeah, that's right. You're the taxpayer. Demand that your public schools go visit Wild Swan Theater. Tell that to the PTA, huh?
Call the school board.
Or the school board. I don't know.
Yeah, whoever.
Yeah, whoever. You just got to make a ruckus. Again, we raised $563 for Wild Swan Theater. Congratulations to them. Also, congratulations to the Barn Rats. 2 weeks in a row. 2 weeks in a row. Congrats to the Barn Rats. We're going to keep the stream going just for a little bit till we get another item. If you think I should work on my pronunciation of a word, please let me know in the chat or message me directly. Slalom skier. Is that better, Maria? Slalom skier. She's not saying anything. I can't tell if I'm doing better or worse. Maria. Slalom skier. Yeah, Maria, say it 3 times fast. James thinks I'm doing great. He understands my intelligible accent where I've been working all day, then helping take care of a baby, and then talking in a microphone for 2.5 hours.
You're sweating.
I am sweating. It's a little steamy in here as well. I am a little tired. Unfortunately, I stay up too late watching the news. Stressful times. That's why I stay up too late watching news. I don't get a good night to sleep, but here I am. Still doing the best I can. And of course, if you have an idea of who we should donate some money to on Monday, let us know. Please let us know. Maria said a few people let us know. Yeah. We want to get your input because Maria and I send money our way to each organization, but you guys are the real heroes. And we want to take your thoughts into consideration. Again, it doesn't have to be performing arts based. We do have some ideas for some performing arts based charities, but what we have, a fundraiser for something related to the George Floyd protests or Black Lives Matter or the marches against police brutality. Something related to that. Oregon organization that focuses on advancing people of color or the black community, specifically the black community. That's kind of a charity that we're looking for Monday. We're going to make a decision tonight or tomorrow. We're going to spread the word. But if you know people who couldn't join trivia because they just can't make it Thursday, maybe they can't set 2.5 hours aside, this is going to be a shorter, just a 1 hour game. It's going to be a 1 hour game, and it's going to be on Monday. So keep that in mind. If you haven't been able to make it because of the timing or because the trivia takes too long, consider that. All right, everybody, we're officially in the post game. Maria, what did you think of the game today? How'd it go?
I think the game was fun. It was a good amount of teams. I always appreciate my regulars. You guys are the best. And thanks for helping us out each week to uplift our theater community.
That's right. You're working on uplifting the theater community, and also you're uplifting us. We've because we have precious baby Zito, we do got to play the quarantine pretty safe. We don't get out much unless necessary. So this helps us keep us a little sane. Wouldn't you say, Maria?
It does.
I think so. You're welcome, Patricia. I'm glad you were able to join us. I know you've been joining us the past few weeks. Hope to see you again. James, you have a great night. Love James. Big shout out to James. Great guy, generous guy, fun guy. We rib him, but it's all in good fun. We got a baptism on Sunday. That's the next thing we're pumping up for. I don't know what I'm going to do with my hair. I think I'm going to have to go out and get some sort of gel or cream to pat it down because I don't have any product.
You could just brush it better.
I brush it pretty well, but it just gets thicker by the end of the day. Oh man, if it's windy on Sunday, we're done for. I'm just going to have to get a matte product. What? What, you want something more shiny?
No, I just think it's going to look weird.
Well, I'll get it tomorrow. We'll do a test run on Saturday.
Okay.
There you go. I'll get the normal product that I use when I have long hair. You normally don't have too much complaint about that. I don't know. If anybody has a hair product to help keep hair under control, I don't want my hair to look shiny. I want it to look regular, like it is now. So if anybody has a men's hair care product to help me keep my hair down for this baptism, it only needs to work for a few hours. We're going to be live streaming the baptism. You don't have to join. If you think, wow, why is Andy live streaming his baptism on Facebook? That's kind of weird. It's because we have family who can't make it, and we want to make it accessible to them. I'm not saying, oh, here's my live stream for my child's baptism. I hope my high school bully sees this. Yes, I'm friends with my high school bully on Facebook. I don't have the nerve to unfriend him. It's not that. It's because I want our family to see it who can't make it because the church is only allowing in godparents and grandparents only, and Maria and I, of course. So please don't think please don't think the baptism is for you. You can watch it if you want, but you don't have to. Especially if you want insight to the Catholic ritual, a Catholic sacrament, maybe this could be a great time to learn about it. Again, it's a little different than it normally is because it's not included with a full Catholic Mass. They've really condensed it down to 15 minutes because they can only do it, because they can only do one person at a time for safety reasons. But, if you want an insight to the Catholic sacrament of baptism, wow, you're also welcome to join it. So, it's not for you guys, but you're welcome to watch. Well, we've reached the concurrent viewers that I was looking for, which means that the round is wrapping up. Overall, we've had 122 playbacks with an average watch time of 53 minutes. That means people are just kind of coming and going. Clearly just scared away by my incessant talking. Everybody, have a great night. Wild Swan Theater, if you're here, thanks for reaching out to us. We're so glad that we got to raise this money for you. You'll be seeing it within the next couple days. Next week we have the Dio Theater, the Dio and the Dionysus Theater. That's not exactly what they're called, but the Dionysus Theater and the Muses of Dionysus. The Dio Theater and the Muses of Dionysus is next week. We have our special mini trivia on Monday. Then we have Box Fest Detroit after the Dio. So we got a lot of great trivia coming up. Everybody have a great night, and we'll see you soon. Bye-bye.